Good evening, my people. Good evening. How y'all doing? Happy Friday. Happy Friday, and welcome to this Friday Night Live. We're going to be recording with Miss Washonda tonight. All right. We're going to be discussing a topic that it's been trending for a while within social media, and it's not the 50-50 thing. This is far from 50-50, actually. I wish this was big. I wish the 50-50 was bigger than this topic. But something I posted on social media, and with Shonda, we're going to be talking about it tonight. Okay, 1 second, guys. And I put it in my post. I'm going to play the post right now while we're on live, so you guys can kind of get an idea of what we're going to be talking about. All right. Good evening. Good evening. How you doing?
Good. How are you?
I'm blessed. I'm blessed. I can't complain. I can't complain. Cuzzo, what's good? Happy Friday, everybody. Happy Friday.
Happy
Um,
Friday.
yeah, no doubt, no doubt. So I'm pretty sure you guys, I'm pretty sure you guys saw the caption. You saw what we're gonna talk about. Um, and like I said a little earlier, just now, I said I wish it was the 50-50 thing, but it seems like it's shifted. It's shifted left. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like we went all the way from 50-50 to nah, you gotta pay all the bills.
Okay.
And I seen some of the comments, and I honestly thought that, people would be like, nah, a woman they should be responsible for something financially. But it's like, yeah, they should be, with something. And I'm gonna play it just so the people could know what we're talking about, what it is. All right, where y'all been? Like, we've been here.
Right. I think life is trying,
Hello. That's what I be trying to tell people. We are regular people just like y'all. You know what I'm saying? Like I work a full-time job. Rashonda works a full-time job.
Right.
You know what I'm
For
saying? Life be lifing. But we always get back to the script.
real.
You understand what I'm saying? We always get right back to the script.
Right.
But I appreciate that you guys are asking, where y'all I love that. I love that. And one thing about my platform is that, and I'm sure with Shauna's platform too, is that, I like moving my content off of just organic opinions and organic feelings. You understand what I'm saying? I don't like to oversaturate my platform with topics or just things that are not going to help the culture, and that are
Right.
not grass rooted. You understand what I'm saying? So, of course, yeah, I'll be moving into a new podcasting studio in the Bronx, where everything will
Ooh.
be, recorded, and edited professionally for the YouTube platform. That'll be starting to end around the in the next month. You know what I'm saying? But for the most part, I'm still gonna be jumping on live, the IG, just to chop it up with you guys or what have you. But yeah. So I'm gonna play the video, and then we're gonna get right into it.
Right.
All right, just so people can get an idea. 1 second, 1 second. Let me see where we at. Step into your life and make sure you're not paying her bills. That's not your woman. You can't convince me that's your woman when you can watch her financially struggle. A man that gets with a woman, that woman becomes his responsibility. A lot of women have the bar so low, you men trip over it. Raise the bar. If this man isn't willing to step into your life and make you the best
Yeah.
version of yourself, he's not willing to step into your life and make sure you're properly taken care of mentally, physically, spiritually, emotionally, and financially, that isn't your man. Give him back to God and give him back to his mother, because men have to be loved with conditions. Conditions to provide and protect. If not, they will leave you brokenhearted and in debt. All praises. Not paying her bills. That's not your woman. You can't convince me that's your woman when you can watch her financially struggle. A man that gets with a woman, that woman becomes his responsibility. A lot of women have the bar so low, you men trip over it. Raise the bar. If this man isn't willing to step into your life and make you the best version of yourself, he's not willing to step into your life and make sure you're properly taken care of mentally, physically, spiritually, emotionally, and financially, that isn't your man. Give him back to God and give him back to his mother, because men have to be loved with conditions. Conditions to provide and protect. If not, they will leave you brokenhearted and in debt. All praises. Not paying her bills. It's not. All right, cool. You can't. All right. All right. So first and foremost, my brother is leading with, if you can't pay her bills, if you can't pay her bills, right? So my thing is, just like, you cannot lead a relationship with letting a woman know how many bills you're gonna pay for her.
Right. Like, who does that? Like, no, but for real, I gotta jump in there. But that is okay. Let me tell you, I don't
Right.
mind people paying bills. That's their preference. If that's what you want, that you want. But I feel personally, if someone is paying all my bills and all, what am I to do? Just sit back and just be barefoot and pregnant? No, I'm not doing that. So that's just my belief. But it's like I don't understand that. Like, it's no way possible that I feel like I want somebody to pay my own bills. A woman can get lost in that situation. Real talk.
Mm-hmm.
She can get lost in that because it's like you have to run when he say run, jump when he say jump, do anything. No, I want my own money.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, okay, the mortgage, yeah. Certain bills are certain people bills, period. Okay, it is what
Mm-hmm.
it is. That's my belief. You pay this, I pay that, we pay this. But sometimes you have to come together. Sometimes you do. Sometimes you have to come together and be like, okay, you down, you low, okay, let me help you. You high, okay, good, you need to help me. Not saying that I don't know.
I'm
I
with
prefer
you.
if somebody does not pay all of my bills because I need to just say we break up one day. Then I'm sitting there look like boo boo the fool because I'm like, I don't know how to pay bills no more. I
Mm-hmm.
can't. That's something that you have to, you have to like really know how to pay bills, discipline yourself how to pay bills. What's that?
Yeah. Yeah. This day and age is different from when our grandparents was living. I paid my way.
Right. You have to pay your way. I mean, even like with my mom. Honestly, my mother couldn't work because she had illnesses. But let me explain something. She was still getting her disability and was still paying some of her bills out of her money. But however, my dad paid the mortgage. He paid this. He paid that. But my mom still helped. She just didn't sit down and didn't pay nothing. Like no, like no, impossible.
Okay.
What you
I had a young lady who sent me a DM, and she said, when should a man take financial responsibility over the woman? Right? And the reason why this is I get so many mixed feelings on this is because is that people are starting to make this look like men are supposed to raise women.
right?
And I don't think this should be the agenda. I don't think the agenda should be, hey, listen, you should take on when you say take on the responsibility, you're making the situation sound like you're about to raise another child.
Right. Right. That's not right. That's not a man's responsibility. That's not okay. First of all, my provider is not my man or whoever I'm dealing with. It's not them. My provider is God. You know how I feel about that all the
Yeah.
time. God is my provider. Period.
Hmm.
So my money comes from him. Like I get raises and I get promotions and I get this at work, I get that at work because of God.
Hmm.
I don't want no man to sit here. It's no, I mean, I don't want no man to sit here and be like, okay, well, I pay this because sometimes that happens in relationships. I pay this so you can, if I pay this, you're gonna do what I said.
Yeah. Yeah.
No, no, sir. No. And it's not no. I, I mean, everybody, like I said, have a preference, but I don't feel like a woman should let a man 100% take care of them. Absolutely not. Absolutely not.
We got a lot of comments coming in. You have to, okay. You have to
But
own, but what happens is your partner could do it. People got, okay. All right. Okay. Yes, everyone wants to be taken care of. At the moment he can't do it. The answer to that, yeah, yeah. Um,
I
we're
can't.
gonna. I'm listen, man. We're gonna take our time with this. I gotta have some notes, you all, and this is Friday night. It's not, the sun is not even really shining like that, guys. Well, at least in New York it isn't, or New Jersey. So we're gonna take our time with this, and we're gonna get through this topic the way it needs to. All right. Um, okay, so I told teamwork makes a hell. Oh, yeah, I'm gonna pin that. Teamwork
Make
makes a
it
healthy
healthy.
relationship.
Absolutely.
My boy Reels Rich, a
Yes.
1000%. Um,
Yes.
so all right, so the young lady said, when do you take financial responsibility, right? First of all, a relationship should be able to mature
Right.
into a place where you find yourself saying, "Hey babe, I got this. Hey babe, I got that." You start to have, you might have kids. You might talk about kids. You might talk about marriage. Now we're talking legacy. We're talking
Right.
legacy talk when you're around somebody to the point where the relationship is maturing.
Exactly.
So the
Exactly.
pro yeah, so the problem is that some women are not even educated enough to know about what it takes to build a legacy. They don't want to go through the prerequisite. They don't want to go through the prerequisite stage of what it takes to have a legacy, whether it's education, whether it's life experience, whether it's
Right.
having a job, whether it's having a vision with that man.
Hmm.
Like they want to skip that whole stage of everything I just said just now and jump to, what if I'm your wife? Or is this how you treat your wife?
Right. Yeah.
And then they try to put the Bible in the situation and say, oh, we're in a Bible that says, if you sleep with a woman, that, she now becomes your wife. So you have to treat her like your wife. What if
Mhm.
that man is not only sleeping with you?
Right. Exactly.
So he's supposed to take care of all of these other women. If that's his thing,
Right.
sleeping with multiple women, which sometimes happens. And we
Right.
can't frown upon men who do that. Do we frown upon women who sleep with multiple men?
Right. Exactly.
Is she cooking every man she sleeps with a home cooked meal?
Right. Yeah.
Is she treating every man she's dating like a husband?
Right.
Or is
So,
she treating them like an option? Like, okay, what guy's
right.
gonna,
True. That, that's just true.
so it's a lot of times they're not ready for that conversation.
No, not at all. Not at all. It's just, I don't know. It is.
So
It's a hard
so
conversation.
all right, so I was talking to my daughter about it. She'll be 20 next month. And I asked her about, I said, how do you feel about this? And she said, well, wow, Dad. She said, that sounds like a transactional relationship. I said, wow.
Wow. It
I
does.
said, that's
It does.
deep.
It
I
does.
said,
But I
that's
mean,
deep.
mhm. Yeah, because it's just like, I mean, 'cause, I mean, really, anyone can get lost. That's just my opinion. Anyone can get lost and someone's paying all your bills. So, like I said, one day, like I said, what if a man ends up leaving that woman or whatever, and then you're just sitting there, like, well, what am I supposed to do now? Because
Mm-hmm.
you can get lost in that. That's why I don't care who I dealt with, how much money that person had or whatever, whoever
Mm-hmm.
I dealt with. I never cared because I always had my own money. I don't
Mm-hmm.
care if I was married or dated a millionaire. I don't give a flying. I don't care. I'm
Mm-hmm.
still gonna have my own money because I'm still gonna work. I'm still gonna do what I want to do because I want to spend my money the way I want to spend my own money,
Mm-hmm.
not the way he want me to spend it. Or I'm gonna put you on allowance. I'll put me on allowance. I have my own money. I don't care
Mm-hmm.
what you got. I'm gonna always take care of myself.
Because sometimes, when men lead with that idea
Mhm.
of, listen, I'm gonna pay all your bills, a lot of time they're struggling. They might be struggling they might have emotional issues. They might be insecure in different areas, and that might be a trap to get the woman in bed or to get their attention. You know, somebody just said just now, this guy's pandering.
Mhm.
You understand what I'm saying? Like, if I went on my Instagram and said, listen, whatever girl if I'm looking for a girl or a wife or what have you, I'm
Mhm.
gonna pay all your bills. Of course, it's gonna lead a lot. You're gonna get the attention of a lot of women,
Oh, of
and
course,
a lot of those women are not gonna be concerned about what type of guy you are emotionally,
right?
probably what kind of job you have. They're not gonna value the other things that you might offer in life.
Not at all, because all they worried about is that money. They
Is the
excited,
money.
oh, okay, yeah, bad. They gonna pay. He gonna pay my bills, and he gonna give me money, and he got money like that. Okay, well, what about you as an individual? As an individual, you are your own person. You know, it's a thing of, I actually I follow the gentleman who and his wife,
Okay.
and his beautiful wife. I do follow them, but certain things that she said I do like. But when it comes down to, okay, a man's supposed to pay all the bills and everything. If you're not giving her money yourself, okay, she's an at-home mom. Okay, I mean I get that you're an at-home mom, so you know you can't work right now because you're taking care of the babies. Okay.
I'm
But
with you.
yeah, but still, it's just like I'm taking care of the babies, but you want me to continue doing this. The baby needs to go to, they get older, they go to school, they go to college, they go. Then what am I going to do? I'm going to be sitting here still not working now. That's just, like I said, that's just my belief. Like,
Mhm.
I think everybody's supposed to have their own money, but yeah, a lot of men have more money than a woman, but you get a lot of these women these days, we got more money than men, which is okay,
Mhm.
So it's like, it, I don't know. I just feel like
What's up?
that's like entrapment almost, really. Like, I'm going to get her and I can pay this and now she's going to do what I said. Nah, because
Mhm.
a woman do get lost. Like I said, I'm a woman who been through domestic violence, went through, a lot of that. So I know how that can go and control. That's a form of control.
That should be a red flag, actually, to be honest with you.
Yeah,
Any
yeah,
woman, any woman who's has a lot going for herself, is focused and
right,
everything, that should be a red flag. Like if
right. How,
if a woman, if all right, so a man is provider, right?
yeah,
If a woman walked up to me and was like, "Yo, I pay all your bills. You ain't gotta work. You ain't gotta do nothing." I'm gonna be like, "All right, something ain't right."
right,
I'm gonna be like, "Yeah." I'm like, "This woman got a psych history." Like, I'm gonna be. That's a whole bunch of red flags because why are you trying to pay all my bills?
right. Yeah.
If a woman came
No,
up to me and said, "Yo, I want to be a housewife. I just want to cook, clean, you know, be there for you sexually, whatever, and that's it." That's a red flag. It's like, what do you have going on for yourself?
for sure. Like, what about your
You
mind?
know?
What can you offer? Like, you gotta offer this. Besides, having babies is wonderful, the best thing
Yeah,
in the world. But
yeah, yeah.
what more can you offer? I mean, don't you want to go out and buy him some stuff
With your own money.
with your own money? But you have to when you go out and buy him things. I mean, his birthday comes up, Valentine's coming up, maybe your anniversary come up. So you going out.
No, I'm laughing because you name the holidays. You like, and I said holiday, Valentine, all that. Those are holidays. Those are
For
holidays.
real, like, what you
That's
gonna do? Go
crazy.
out and buy stuff with his own money? Like,
Allowance. It's Lashonda. It's we're gonna call it allowance because if I'm your responsibility, that's an allowance that I'm giving you.
drives me insane. It does.
I mean, I love my sisters, man. You know what I mean? And we're raising queens, we're raising kings, you
Right.
know. And we can't. Well, my platform is y'all see what's on here. I refuse to let social media um just poison
Take
us,
over.
poison us with
Right.
things that are going viral because it sounds good
Right.
to the majority. You understand what I'm saying? So when you sent it to me, I was like, let me repost this.
Right. That's crazy.
And some of the people and they say throw the Bible into it, and it's like you can't take the Bible and put it in every
Right.
situation because times have changed. People are not. Some people are not. The same people who are going for this are not saving themselves till they're
Right.
married.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Not at all.
Okay. Yes, I seen videos on those holidays. Women saying, "On my way to give my man coochie because I'm stay at home mom." Yeah, like what's going on?
Right. It's a holiday. There you go.
Like,
Okay.
are we raising our children to have careers? Are we raising them to be financially
Right.
secure, independent? Um, like, are we raising them to be that, or are we raising them to be a responsibility for somebody
Right.
else? Like, it should be, and no cap, it should be a two-way street. The woman should be like, no, I'm his responsibility, and he's my responsibility.
Exactly. Remember, we always talk about that yoke. That's what it is. That's what it is. Like, it has to, that's how it's supposed to be. When you become boyfriend, girlfriend, husband,
Yeah,
wife,
yeah,
fiance, you're each other's thing. Like, you don't just sit.
responsibility.
Yes. It's like,
I'm
I
with
mean,
you.
I remember, even when I had kids years ago, when I had my kids and I had to stay home for like months at a time, whatever, because
Yeah.
I had to recoup, right? I'm sitting here like, oh, but I always had, I'm older now. I always had maternity leave, so I still had my money, my little coins coming in, always. So
Mm.
it's like, but even still, I don't know what I would do if I didn't. I would be like, no, I don't want that. I'll wait because I've always been so independent, but still, it's like, mm-mm. I can't imagine. Maybe I just can't imagine somebody taking care of me 100%. That is, I wouldn't like it because I would just feel like I'm that little puppet.
Yeah, you'll start to feel like you're being controlled.
The robot.
That's what
No,
I'm saying.
yeah. And you
Conditional
can make
love.
money doing anything, especially online. You sure
Like in
can.
this day and age, you can make money. Yes, yes. I tell some of my patients, I say, man, listen, as long as you got a smartphone, you got a
Oh,
job. You should never be able to say you can't find work.
you can make money.
There's ways
Money
to
everywhere.
exactly. Exactly. Conditional love. The relationship may become centered around what you give rather than genuine emotional connection. Yeah. Reduces your value in wallet, provide emotional neglect, shifts power dynamics, um,
Mm.
ex, leading with money. Yeah, leading with money can create unhealthy power imbalances.
It does.
And you may feel taken advantage of.
Very unhealthy. That's why sometimes, like, I don't know. I, yeah, it does. It just does. Like, if somebody's like making so much money, they just feel so much power. Because that power, that money, they say
Ooh,
money.
like making change with Jean. Go ahead, though, sis. I'm here.
Wait, what happened?
No, I like what she's saying. She said, "I'm a stay-at-home mom." I believe she's saying that,
Oh,
and still run a six-figure business online.
right. And you can, and yes, Ari, and that's something you can do. And guess what? More women need to be like, okay, listen, I can make my own money and I can do what I have to do
Mm-hmm.
when I want to do it, not just at my husband or my man or my boyfriend or my fiance's time because of the fact he's doing majority. No, he,
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he's not doing majority. He's doing all of it. Because see, this topic is because the man is doing
Yeah.
everything. That's why a man can't do everything because a man is going to tell you where to go, how to go, and when to do it. I mean, how high to jump. No, we're not doing that. Mm-mm. No, not doing that.
Wow.
Sorry,
Six-figure business online.
for sure.
Avoids deeper bonding. Real intimacy is built through communication, vulnerability, and shared values, not cash flow. And this is my problem. Like the brother, he's leading with if he's not paying all your bills.
Right.
He's let's make sure I'm not tripping. Let me let me just
Not paying her bills. That's not your woman.
if you're not paying all her bills, that's not your woman.
Why not? What's your take? You're a man. What's your take on that?
My
If you
My whole thing is like if you can't just lead a conversation. You just can't lead a message with if you're not paying all her bills, that's not your woman. You understand what I'm saying?
Right,
Like you could that it just gives negative vibes.
right.
It's given
Narcissist.
yes. It's given demonic. It's given control. It's given
I just said that it's nothing but control because
scary. That's scary.
it's all I know everybody, every person on this earth. If somebody's making more money than the other person, and if they're paying majority of this bill, and you're not paying that bill, they have a room to say something crazy sometimes, and it's like you sit there like, oh, you paying that bill? You can say that. That happens in every relationship. I don't care what relationship it's
Hmm.
in. I don't care. I don't care.
Yeah,
That happened to me in my relationship.
yeah.
Maybe this person was paying more money than I was paying in this situation. Oh, well, I'm paying this, so you can. I don't know what. So it gives room. So imagine if somebody, a man or woman, is paying all the bills and you come in and you're not paying nothing. You're just sitting there looking pretty. Okay, having babies, yes, that's beautiful. Like I said, that's the most beautiful thing on this earth.
Yeah,
But
one
I
of the
need to
most.
make my own money.
Listen, um, like I said, like I said in the caption, it could be a trap. Okay, all right. Someone could be masking their pain on
Right.
inadequacy. Sometimes men lead with money to compensate for emotional wounds or a lack of self worth, which goes unhealed.
Or a lack of other things. But
Yeah, yeah.
the emoji, like I'm just saying, it is. I don't know. I don't know. That just gives that, like you said, we both said earlier. That just gives a man room to say what they want to say when they want to say it to that woman. That is full control. I don't care. It looks beautiful on the outside, but on the inside, no.
Women don't think women don't think men get tired too. I couldn't sit around and watch my man work to death when we could do it together. Yeah,
Right? Period.
yeah. You pin that. That's what sometimes leads to men cheating because he meets the woman who could maybe do maybe half of what he's doing
Right.
or a quarter,
Right.
and she's like, "Yo, your woman letting you do all this work. She's not bringing nothing to the table."
Right.
Next thing you know, he's cheating.
Exactly. Exactly. Shoot, I like. I think it's dope working with your mate on a project and different things like that, or like just say for instance, like you have a business together. I think that's dope. Like could you building a
Well,
legacy together?
Shonda, it's a love language.
Right, right,
Like it's a love language. Like you should be. Um it's attractive to be able to build with a woman on a financial
yeah,
level.
that's so dope. It's so sexy to me. It's like,
It's
oh, we get
sexy,
this
yeah.
money
That's sexy. It's
together.
like, yo, we talking about money. We talking
Yeah,
about how to build a legacy, how to build an empire.
together.
Like you just don't want to be able to come home and you can't say nothing. Like when the kids asleep, after the dinner's cooked, or when we sit at the dinner table, we're talking to our children about money, and the wife is just, you understand what I'm saying? Like you want her to be able to put her input too.
Right, exactly, exactly. It's like, I mean, just say,
It's common sense. Go
I
ahead.
know, I know it drives me crazy because I'm
Yeah.
like, it's so that that is the most. Let me tell you, when I see
Yeah.
couples making
Yeah.
that money
Yeah. Yeah.
together, not that person have that much money. Even though of course, you come in and sometimes somebody had more money than the other person. That happens in relationships. But
Mm-hmm.
however, when that husband or that wife or that boyfriend or that girlfriend or that fiance, whatever, say, okay, you know what, let's do this business together. And you for real, you do that business together and you come up together. And like you just said, I just picture that. I would just visualizing that, because I'm a visualizer. I visualize everything manifest, and it's going to happen,
Yeah.
right?
Yes.
So I was just like, I visualized what you said. Like you come home, you with your you
Yeah.
with your girl
Mm-hmm.
or whatever, and y'all talk about that money, but she puts her head down. But I stopped there. I said, well, shoot, keep your head up, and you talking to your man, and y'all conversing about that money y'all just made, about y'all just sold a house together. Y'all just went over there and did this together.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Come on. Mm.
Yeah. Like that's a whole love language, like being able to build with your kids on
Yeah.
that. Exactly. I have a daughter, and I definitely make it so that she knows mommy doing her stuff, so she can be a boss
Right.
too. It's so important.
It is. It's mad important. You just don't rely on one person to do everything, because they can't. I mean, they can, but it's just not good.
Hmm.
Not unless you're living by yourself. If you're living by yourself, whatever, you can pay all your bills, don't you know, whatever.
Hmm.
But if you're not, and your man doing it,
Hmm.
all something wrong with that. But that's just me. Are we getting somebody on the line with us or on the
On
phone?
the live, you want me to do that?
I don't know. It's up to you. See if they have
Let me see.
any questions
Yeah.
or how they feel about it.
So yeah, you know what? That's a good idea. Listen, if any of you want to jump on a live with us to discuss this topic, you don't have to agree with us. Feel free to hit the request button, and I'll acknowledge it. Okay. Um, while we wait for that, if that's the case, I want to bring up gaslighting.
Okay.
Okay. Um, listen, I told you I took a relationship course a
Yeah,
few semesters ago.
listen, that's what
All
I'm
right.
talking about.
So I have so much literature in reference to relationships, um, and how gaslighting
Mhm,
it aligns with this topic. And I think people need to be aware of gaslighting, and it can happen through this. All right. Um, once you are once you lead with providing for a woman, paying her bills, right, she can emotionally manipulate you,
mhm,
all right, to build a relationship around you paying for her all of her needs.
mhm.
She's your responsibility. Now,
Right,
say for instance it ever slows down, or she wants certain things that you might not provide for her, she'll flip the script on you and
right.
say, and make you feel like you think everything is about money. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Mhm,
Or she'll make you feel like you're being too dramatic,
right,
or she'll tell you, you wanted this, you wanted to be the provider, so you have to be careful how you present yourself,
right. It's
when
almost
you're
like
dealing with a woman.
question your belief.
Yeah.
Gaslighting. I looked it up. I googled it.
Yeah.
Mhm.
This day and age, two people need to be getting the bag. This isn't the 50s. Yes, this is not the 50s.
Right.
Stop it. Cut it out.
Nobody up here paying. You can pay somebody else, but you're not paying all of them, because you're not gonna tell me what to do. Oh
Yeah.
no, sir.
She
I'm
may flip the
pick up.
script, make it seem like she made sacrifices while you only offered money. This
Mm,
this can make you feel guilty for trying to protect your peace or finances. Um, you don't care about me like you used to. I thought you were a real man.
that's crazy.
You've changed. I don't believe he's only taking care of everything. Either that lady still has a business. Remember, this is social media. They help to draw people that they might have. Yeah.
Please.
Yep. Let's
Mm,
see.
mm.
Emotional manipulation. Um, 1 second. Women don't think men get tired too. Let me see. Yeah. So mental health plays a big factor in this too.
And
Um,
what? For real, because
Yeah,
it's like,
it can burn you out. It can burn
yeah,
a man out mentally and physically.
for sure. So it's like, I mean, um, I just,
What'd you say?
I said, I think, I don't know. I mean, it's not right to me. Like,
No, all right, my
it just,
question. All right, so for women who agree with this type of mindset,
right. Let's hear from y'all.
yeah,
If you, a woman, if you're on here and you agree that a man should pay all your bills, let us know why. We're waiting.
because that is what this brother is
What are you doing?
confessing, that
Yeah,
a
period.
man should pay all, and at the end of the day, are you leading with this conversation? Is this the conversation? Like, is a woman supposed to say, hey, listen, before I get in this relationship, I need you to pay all my bills. Is this pay all your bills in the beginning? Like, all right, I got a better one for you, Rashonda.
Okay.
I'm gonna read
Okay.
some of the
Uh,
comments that were put in the live. I mean, put in the post.
Okay.
Okay, and you let me know.
Okay.
All right. All right. I'm with my woman out. All right. Uh, this guy said, if we're on that level where we're both committed to each other enough to where I'd consider paying all her bills, she should just move in. Why are we not waking up to each other in that scenario? Is that a little, do you feel like that comment is a little too generalized?
It's, it is too generalized because, okay, he's just saying that he's paying all her bills because she's not in his home, excuse me. And she comes, he wants her there with her. I mean, he wants her there with him, and everything is going to be okay because
Let me
he's
tell
still
you
not
something. All right, this is what stuck out to me, right? First of all, it seems like he's tap dancing around the topic,
right.
right? But
Right.
he saves, when I say he saves himself, he says paying all her bills, right?
Mhm.
Which goes back to um putting a label
On
on
the
your role.
relationship.
You don't put your label on your role in a relationship. That's like me telling a woman, listen, your role is to cook and clean.
Yeah, that's not great.
How would a woman feel if a
Mm.
man said, your role is to cook and my role is to provide and protect, your role is to cook and clean? How would you feel?
How would I feel
How
if
would you
somebody
feel?
that said that to me?
Yeah.
And I'm not, and I don't have the word.
No, I'm saying, no, I'm no real talk. Because as a
No.
no, listen, sis, because as a man, we're supposed to be able to accept and live with, put our chest up and say, yo, my role is to provide and protect.
Okay, for
Let's
real,
get
a
it.
man. Okay, for real, a man is supposed to provide that mortgage.
Yes.
Period.
Yes.
I don't care. Period. That's it. Protect you. Better protect me.
Yes.
Better
Amen.
protect me because I am. Now that's in the Bible.
Yeah.
Find the wife finds a blessing. That's a good thing,
Hmm.
right? Okay, so protect me, yes. Do I feel if I feel that you are treating me and talking to me and respecting me like you're supposed to, you want to get a cooked meal every day. It's not about the money. It's not about none of that. It's about how you talk to a woman
Yeah.
or
Yeah.
a woman talk to a man, vice versa. You got to you if I feel that you talking to your boys or somebody else out here on the street a certain way, you're not talking to me right, and
Hmm.
you think that I'm supposed to stay home and cook and clean for you, nah, you got me all the way twisted. I am a Christian woman, but let me
Hmm.
explain something. I am not a stupid woman.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
it's like I can't sit here and cook and clean for you, and you're not talking to me the way I feel like a woman who knows her worth should be talked to.
Hmm.
Because I'm gonna talk to you with all the respect because you're my man.
Yeah.
You know, so I'm gonna make sure your clothes are clean, your clothes are this, you got clean clothes, you got something to eat,
Yeah.
you got bed is good at night. I'm gonna give it to you whenever you want. But the minute I feel like something is going left,
The balance. The
yeah,
balance.
and you talk about I'm gonna we're I'm gonna pay all your bills. Still, that's nothing. Money's nothing. Money comes and
Yep.
go. Period.
Yep.
Me, I've seen it come and go.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, no, we're gonna. It's way more than. There's way more to money in a relationship. Way more. I mean, in a relationship, it's made way more than just money. Way more than just money in a relationship. To me, I feel
Mm-hmm.
like just it's the respect. It's the love. It's the intimacy. You got.
Okay. This young lady said, your wife, you made her a part of you. Your baby mother, you made her a part of you. Your girlfriend, who you're most likely having sex with, you made her a part of you. Once you give your essence, energy you laid with them, yes, you made them your responsibility. I don't know if you read the Bible, which is fine, but it says sex is marriage. Once you lay with someone, that's your woman because you have given a part of yourself to her.
No, that's not marriage. It's soulmate. That's a soulmate. And I talk to my girls about that a lot. You don't just let anybody enter you because of the fact that's a soul tie. See,
Mm-hmm.
that's a soul tie. Period. Like, okay. So if a woman lay down with a man,
Mm-hmm.
literally,
Mm-hmm.
he's inside of you. He's inside of your body. He's inside of this temple that we have. That becomes
Mm-hmm.
a soul tie. So all them souls that he dealt with, they could be some nuts. Or
Yeah.
you better pray the jokers off you because of the fact that's that soul tie. Period. Soul tie. That's why you tell people don't be welcome. Don't around here sleeping around because you don't know what that person, who he slept with, who this. Not saying that they're a dirty person or she's a dirty person. It's just you don't know who they've been with,
Mm-hmm.
and they can bring that negative vibe all up in your system.
Mm-hmm.
So and I was talking to a girl about this one time. This girl who I was on the Portia show when I did her show, but
Yeah.
she was like this lady who does talk about all that, and she was like, us women we get it misconstrued. We hold on to soul ties worse than men
Mm-hmm.
because men they you have meat on your body that goes inside of a woman, but it's
Mm-hmm.
inside of our body. That's like a lot of people I don't let touch my
Mm-hmm.
hair because that's my soul. That's my yeah, you inside of you. That's my soul. Don't touch my hair because I don't know what your hand is thinking as you're touching my head. Do not do that. It's just it's all that. So it's so tight. It's so tight. You just have to watch who. Whew, yeah, for sure.
Wow.
What the fuck is that? It depends on what type of woman she is presenting herself as.
Let me see.
Oh, holla, mommy. She said it depends on what type of woman she is, what type of woman she present herself to be.
I remember Harlem Mommy from
Yeah,
I think she was on the YouTube
uh-huh.
YouTube live with us once.
Yeah, probably.
Um yeah, I'm just running across some things. Who is this? Let me see. Okay, I got you, Harlem Mommy. I got you.
Oh, she want to come on?
Yeah, yeah, she's requested.
Hi, you guys.
Hey, hey, what's up, Mommy?
Good. I had to close the door because I have two boys. But
Oh,
that was relating to you guys talking about should a man pay all the bills?
Okay.
yeah.
Um, that was a good one because I comment it depends on how the woman present herself.
Uh,
Because I feel like certain men they can come to you like they're watching how you spending money. That's one. They watching also like what is this money like? What are you doing with your money? So they looking at like is she reliable with money? If not, then it's kind of like basically. I do feel like a man should pay. majority of the bills.
Mm-hmm.
And I would say that only because it's that type of woman they look at like she's responsible for money, she's taking care of my kids, she's making sure that house is right, she's
Yeah.
making sure that if I have a rainy day, babe, I got the rent.
Yeah.
I got utilities. Don't worry about it. So they men, I feel like this is my opinion. I feel like they look at that and they take it like, well, she's not just going out in every club partying. She's not, just using my money to go buy the new Chanel purse.
Mm.
And I feel like majority of men do even come to me like, no, my woman's gonna pay, I'm gonna pay all the bills for her because she's responsible. I'm not going 50-50. I'm not doing that because I see once she gotta go, she's taking care, she's like, oh babe, I got this, catering thing coming. I want to put my money towards this, but also she's bringing her back to pay utilities. Or like, baby, you go okay today? Did you eat today? Well, I'm gonna send you money for lunch if he's out. So men, I feel like it depends on the woman.
Right.
It really
You know
do
what?
depend. And I'm a little nervous because I don't be gonna
It's
lie.
No,
okay.
that's
Okay.
mommy. You're doing amazing. But let me
Yeah.
explain something. You're right. You are absolutely right about that. Some women, and I said that earlier, some women prefer that. It's
Yeah.
okay to have your man paying all the bills. If you're staying at home, you
Right.
got the kids, you got the that. Because I've been that person who had to stay home and the man had to pay this, that, that, that. But 100% pay everything. I don't feel no, because I gotta pay something out of your own
Right.
money so you won't lose yourself as a woman. That's
Exactly.
why I said it like that.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
Well,
So, all right. So, have you ever been in a relationship where a man paid all your bills?
correct. My baby father.
He pays all
I
your
never
bills.
I never knew how to pay a bill. I didn't know how to pay a bill
Mm.
because he paid every single bill. Only bill I had to pay was gas to put in my car, and that's it. Everything else was paid for.
So, how did that make you feel? Did you how did it make you feel? I mean, because you're taking care of the kids, you're cooking,
Mhm.
you're doing all of these things, so it made you feel good. You didn't feel no
I
type of way. You didn't.
didn't feel less than who I was because I still had my own money. Regardless of what, I still worked a 9 to 5 job. I still made sure like I had my money in my pocket. So when he's low with something, I can come and be like, okay, well I have this, and that's what I was relating to. I feel like it depends
Mm,
on that woman.
Oh, okay. Well,
mm,
he
So
still helped out, when he needed you, you were there for him, and that's good to do something like that.
yeah,
But on the average, if you don't, my thing is, if you don't have, okay, well, it goes like this because if you don't have kids at home, and this man is paying. Just like a ball player, you get a girl on the street, okay, da 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 da. I mean, like a celebrity. A lot of times they multimillionaires, right? So they sit here, they get a girl. What can she bring to the table if she don't have? You feel me? Like I don't know. I
No,
just feel like
I think what you're saying is like even when it comes to celebrities, they're dealing with women who have something going on for themselves, if
right,
that makes sense.
right,
Like and then it always leads to the men, of course, paying their bills or
right,
doing
and
things for them. Like Jay Z, he married Beyonce because Beyonce is a successful woman.
right,
This guy Stephen Diggs, he's with Cardi because she's a successful woman. You understand
right.
what I'm saying? And that's only on a celebrity, on a
That's another
celebrity
celebrity.
stage.
But
Yeah.
right, but still, I'm just saying, like it's some celebrities who don't even date. Because I know, what's his name? I forgot his name. He used to date Lori Harvey, that guy. But he said he will never date another celebrity, and he don't want to put his business out there he said the reason why he don't want to date, and he's a celebrity. He's a big time. Michael B. Jordan. That's who
Hmm.
it was. He said he will never date another celebrity because of he just feel like they never have time to be together, and just a lot of like he had a lot of cons, not pros, in that situation.
Hmm.
So he's like, I'd rather date not a celebrity because of the fact it meshes better or whatever. But what can that woman, if he's paying all the bills, she's gonna have to listen to everything he say.
All right. So Cuzzo, it's my cousin from Chicago. The topic is
I'm gonna meet
how do you
you
feel?
guys back in the chat.
All right,
Okay,
no doubt.
thank you.
Thank you, sis.
Thank
So,
you.
no problem. So this is my cousin from Chicago. How do you feel about a man who wants to pay all of your bills? If he's leading with the conversation, a man needs to pay all of a woman's bills. If he doesn't pay all of her bills, he is not a real man. He doesn't deserve to be with you. Um, give him back to his mother. Give him back to God. Um,
That's what
the man,
I can't believe
yeah,
you said that.
yeah. The man is the woman is the man's responsibility. Cause of that's what the topic is.
We are in a sense because he's supposed to be our provider and protector. Yes, yes,
Hmm.
that is so true. Because that is just every woman knows that. But a woman should still help her man, uh, like
Yeah.
financially. We
Yeah,
have
I
your own.
mean, one thing Harlem Mommy said that I respect was that she said, if her man, well, if her kid's father, I don't know if she said she was still with him or not, but she said, when he didn't have, she was there for him.
Right.
Yes.
And that's what I'm saying now, right?
Yeah.
Like, well, when you don't have, you're supposed to be there. You don't have it. All right. Here's this. But what if you don't have nothing?
And I think
Because you're
that's
so
where the gaslighting comes in. Like she didn't fall into the gaslighting thing. Like
exactly
she didn't say, "Oh, well, you the man, you supposed to have
right,
it."
right,
She
right,
said, "Nah, I got you, babe," or "I got you,"
right.
you know.
Exactly.
Um, and I think that needs to be that's good energy right there. Okay, this is a good one. I definitely had an opinion. Yes, Cuzzo. What is your opinion? Do you feel that your boyfriend? Do you feel that you are your boyfriend's responsibility? Bottom line.
Right,
And Harlem Mommy, do you feel that the man in your life, whether he's your man or your kid's father, do you feel that you are his responsibility? I forgot to
right,
ask you that question, and I appreciate you for taking the time and the
right,
courage to
right,
come on
right,
live just now, because it takes a lot for people to come on here and show their face and things of that nature.
right,
So let me know, because I think we're missing. I don't want to sway away from the key things that this young brother is saying in that post. Do you feel that the man that you are that man's responsibility? You know, um, that's really important.
right. Nobody is nobody's responsibility. Nobody.
Yeah.
That is that man is not my. The only time you have a responsibility is when you have a baby and they that little, and you got to take care of that baby. No grown
Mhm.
up, no grown up to me is nobody's responsibility. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry, and I don't mean to sound bitter or not like that, but you're not a man. That's just facts. That's facts. That is not my responsibility. Yes, it's my
Mhm.
responsibility to be your woman. Act accordingly, but it's not. I'm not your responsibility that you have to feel like you're pressured to take care of me. Absolutely not. Mm-mm. Now, I don't mind, you buy me stuff like that. I love that. But
Mhm.
I'm not nobody's responsibility and nobody's my
I'm not
responsibility.
my man's child. Exactly.
Right. There you
Exactly.
right. I'm not my man's child. Right. Right. That's what I'm saying. Like, and I won't be treated like a child. Right.
Because
Right. That's right.
that's coming around the corner. You
Right.
know
That way.
that's coming around the corner. I pay all these bills and this, that, and the third. Like,
Right. You don't have my dinner. Okay. I'm fine. I have to, so no, no, it ain't no way. It's no way. It's no way. I can do what's her name?
what?
That actress. She's so funny. Her laugh. When she laughs like forever, she's like,
Oh, you talking about Unwind with Tasha K. And
no,
she
what's her
no?
name? She Long, Nia Long. She was in that when she was in one of those movies. So crazy, but then she was just laughing and laughing.
Yeah.
That's what I'll do if somebody sits there and like you need I pay this and you need to put cooking for me. I send it to my
I'm not
what's
my boyfriend's responsibility.
I'm
Let me
my
see.
own responsibility.
Yeah. Yeah, if he
Yeah.
wants to do that, that would be on him. But I would not make him, nor would I expect that from him.
Wow, yes, that's what I'm talking about. Well, yes, I'm telling you, don't know if you don't have kids like that. No, I'm not your responsibility.
Absolutely. The family you created outside of the family you came from should be your number one priority. Wow, okay, okay. It's boundaries not to cross, but I feel a man goes out every day to make money to provide. Yeah,
Right,
yeah.
not my thing. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
Sweet. Listen.
Right outside the family. Okay, absolutely. Be no more. Okay. So she said, absolutely, out of the family you created outside of the family you came from should be your number one
Mhm.
priority. Okay. So she's saying like if you have a family outside of the relationship, you think Washonda?
Oh wait, what was that? I'm
Do
sorry.
you think she's saying like if you have a family outside of the relationship that you're currently in, that should be a number one priority?
No. Wait, if you have a family
Yeah, look,
outside of,
she's saying absolutely. She said the family you created outside of the family you came from should be a number one priority.
wait.
It's boundaries not to cross, but I feel a man goes out every day to make money to provide.
Oh, I get it. Okay, so she's saying so outside of the family. Okay, so wait. So a man, if he have kids outside
I
of the
think
family,
that's what she's
okay,
saying. That could
okay,
easily be a thing.
okay. First of all, yeah, that's his babies is his
Yeah,
responsibility. His babies, not the woman.
yeah,
No,
yeah, like yeah.
absolutely not. I've dated a man before who had babies. Yeah, you better go take care of them babies because that's making me like, okay, what type of man are you if you ain't taking care of your babies? Yes, but you're not gonna sit here and take care of the woman too.
She
Like,
said,
oh, I
she
just
said request
confused.
me.
Huh?
No, Harlem Mommy said request me. Let me see
Oh, okay.
something.
I guess
Okay.
she wants it. She wants
I'm gonna send you. Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't see it. 1 second. I'm sorry. My bad.
Okay, my typing was all the way messed up because I was like,
Okay.
let me try to type. Let me try
It's
to catch up to y'all.
all good.
So, what I was explaining, outside the family he came from, like he grew up from, I feel
Mhm.
like a man that created the family, if he has kids or if he has a
Yeah.
woman, because kids may not be involved.
Yeah.
But I do feel like it's his responsibility to make sure if they share a house together, if they bought a house together, if they have kids in that house, it's his responsibility. But because us women, we nurture. We come from the rib of a man.
Mhm.
We nurture, we care. We supposed to make sure that house is squeaky clean. It's not a that's where I come from because that's how my mother raised me. But I do feel like at the same time when a man walks out that door, he's going through society. He's going through making sure he got money in his pocket to make more money when he comes in. Only thing a man I feel like he's thinking about is I gotta take care of my
Mhm.
family. I gotta make sure my family is eating, they sleeping well, the lights is on. So that's where I came from. But like I said, there's boundaries. He can't make that woman feel like she's less than who she is
Right.
because then the man's like, I'm doing all this for you. I'm not doing you're not doing anything or putting nothing towards it. So it is boundaries, but I feel like as a man, it's your responsibility to make sure that you got everything locked down when you come back in this
Yeah.
house and you taking care of your family.
Right.
Because
Yeah.
a lot of men come back in the house and they don't take care of nothing. They
Mm-hmm.
leave
Exactly.
it all for the woman, and the woman feels like the man now.
Right.
Now I'm the man. Now I gotta take care of this and
Right.
that.
Right.
So
Mm-hmm.
now you're my responsibility because you're a whole man. You about to get kicked out. You get what I'm saying? So I feel like it plays both parts, but there's boundaries towards it.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
That's my opinion. Somebody could say something totally different, but I just see it like that because a man has a lot on his shoulders at the end of the day. And I look at that, because
Mm-hmm.
we can't fight society like how they are. They battling this and that. So they thinking at the end of the day, I gotta protect my family. It may be family that I came from that, my mother raised, but I have a family I created. I created my own.
Mhm.
You don't want another man taking care of that.
Right. Right. True. True. True.
Okay, I'm out, you guys.
All right.
Okay.
Cool. 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 We
She
got
had to,
you.
she had to redeem herself.
Yeah,
The words that she wrote.
yeah. She definitely. Listen, she 100. I appreciate that. Um, mm, interesting.
I get what you're saying. Like, when kids are involved, yes, that's the responsibility. Just like what she said exactly when children, Monica, I
Yeah,
mean
exactly. His
Monica,
children will be the
I'm sorry,
responsibility,
Monica.
not the
I
woman.
don't have my glasses on.
Yeah.
But Monica underscore True Love 87. Y'all are both right. When children are involved, yes, those that the man's both that's his responsibility, period, point blank. Right. But the woman, like if I'm taking that man and he got kids. No, 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 no. No, we're gonna take care of them babies. Them babies gonna be
Yeah.
100% okay. But
Yeah.
the mama, vice versa. If a man stay in, if the same thing, like okay, I'm gonna make sure. Come on, like.
Mm,
But back to out of hand, I
mm,
feel my opinion. That's just my opinion.
yeah.
Is I do not want a man to take care of me 100%.
Mm,
No, I'm going to have my own money. I'm going to pay my bills the way I need and want to pay my own bills.
mm,
I don't want nobody to dictate what I do, when I do it, and how to do it. Do not do that. Because a woman, I've been there, a woman can definitely lose herself in that situation. I know it. I did it. I crawled out of it and I became who I am
mm,
now.
mm.
Okay. So, no. Uh-uh. Yep. I love pay my, yep. I pay my own. I'm good. You gonna pay the mortgage? We're fine. Yep.
Cuzzo,
Pay
trust
my
me,
mortgage.
I know you can.
Pay my mortgage. Yep. You gonna pay the mortgage. But
My
I'm
cousin, my
gonna pay
cousin is three
everything else.
months.
Huh?
My cousin, she's from Chicago.
Mm-hmm. What she say?
She's from Chicago. She says she can go on and on about this stuff. Listen, man, like,
Yeah.
you know, especially, like Harlem Mommy was just referring to about, you might be dealing with a guy who already has children, you know. So that's important.
Right.
Responsibility to a certain extent. All right, I got that as well. All right, good. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and another thing he said was it's conditional. Like when you loving a man, it's with conditions. It's like love is supposed to be unconditional.
Love is unconditional. Period.
Like, and
That's
I
what
think
it's
this
not
brother is
conditional. How can love be conditional? Oh, that's just too narcissist for me.
I'm
Sorry.
saying. This is what I'm saying. This is why, we address stuff like this.
I listen. And it's so crazy because I'm telling you, I've been in that situation. I know when I hear narcissist, I know it. It's just like,
Hmm.
okay, yeah, you're not paying all my bills because I know where that leads to. That going to lead to you telling me what to do at your time. It's your
Controlling.
time. I'm on
Controlling.
your time. I'm not on your time. I'm on my time. First, I'm on God's time and my time.
Hmm.
That is it.
Hmm.
Uh-huh. Yeah. I
Hmm.
know people like she's just too strong. No, I'm not too strong. It's just that I know what I've been through, what
Yeah.
I'm not going to do, what I'm not going to put up with no more. Not doing it. Yeah, I'm just not gonna do it. It's just like, okay, I love my man. I love men. I love my black men. I love y'all.
Hmm.
But
Hmm.
however, I don't want nobody to ever hold me down the way I was held down before. Like I couldn't move if this person didn't want to do because he had the money. No. I want to move when I want to move. I want to go to the store when I want to go to the store. I don't want to wait for nobody to be like, okay, well, you wait for me because I got the money. So I want to go buy these shoes. When I want to go get them, you go get them. You don't believe that.
Yes. Thank you, Harlem Mommy. Thank you.
Yes, thanks.
Appreciate
That's
it. I'm gonna play this again for the people, for my cousin who didn't see it. Convince
okay.
me that's your woman when you can watch her financially struggle. Not paying her bills, that's not your woman. You can convince me that's your woman when you can watch her financially struggle. A man that gets with a woman, that woman becomes his responsibility. A lot of women have the bar so low, you men trip over it. Raise the bar. If this man isn't willing to step into your life and make you the best version of yourself, he's not willing to step into your life and make sure you're properly taken care of mentally, physically, spiritually, emotionally, and financially, that isn't your man. Give him back to God and give him back to his mother, because men have to be loved with conditions. Conditions to provide and protect. If not, they will leave you brokenhearted and in debt. All praises. Not paying her bills. That's not your woman. You can convince me that your
Right.
I'm gonna the condition part. Financially struggle. A man that gets with a woman, that woman becomes his responsibility. A lot of women have the bar so low, you men trip over it. Raise the bar. If this man isn't willing to step into your life and make you the best version of yourself, he's not willing to step into your life and make sure you're properly taken care of mentally, physically, spiritually, emotionally, and financially, that isn't your man. Give him back to God and give him back to his mother, because men have to be loved with conditions. Conditions to provide and protect. All right, love with
Right.
conditions.
Okay. Well, lower condition, he said men are supposed to provide and protect. That part he did. That's the only part I feel he
Okay.
got right. Period. Provide and protect. You're my, well, even though a man's really not my provider, like I said, it's always God's going to be, he's my provider, because if it wasn't for him, dude wouldn't have it and I wouldn't have it, right? So, but with conditions, no, I'm not loving with conditions. I'm not going to love with condition. I don't, that means that I can only love you if you do this for me and I do that for you and da-da-da for you. That's conditions. That's wrong. Yeah. That's 100% wrong. I'm going to love unconditionally. I love you unconditionally. If anybody goes to my Instagram, they will see, I always say, I love you, and I love you. There's nothing you can do about it. Period. That's unconditionally. Conditional is, I love you and I love you and I love you. And if you love me back, that's the only way I'm gonna love you. That's condition.
If you lose
Come on,
that, no, that and that also means if you lose your job, I don't love you.
right?
If you
Out of
can't,
here.
if you can't protect me because you might be in, God forbid, in jail for a year or so, or whatever the case is, I
Condition.
don't love you anymore. That's condition. So
Right.
he's a.
Right. If it's
I'm just glad.
conditional,
Go ahead.
if it's conditional, that's control. Absolutely. Absolutely. That's control. That's what I'm saying. Gotta watch how a lot of men um present their wording, because you can tell right there. That's what I do with men now. Like if I had to date all over again, I'm
Mm-hmm.
gonna watch what you say, because of how I'm on that. That sounds so stupid.
If it's
So he wants
conditional,
the
that's
company. He wants
control.
company.
Yes.
I need
Yes.
he has right. I need to have my own. Exactly. That does sound stupid. He wants property conditions. That's condition. It's like, no.
Listen, the man, listen, I give it to homie. He's smart. He knows what to tell woman in order. All right, this is what you call preying on women
Right.
who
Right.
want to be somebody else's
Right.
responsibility.
I just said, I just posted something like this the other day. I forgot what it was. It was so dope. It was like, it was almost saying it like, what, like this right there. Like, if you can't talk to me right, if you can't love me right, if you can't communicate with me right, we don't need to rock out, like,
Mm-hmm.
period. Like, we're good, like, we're good on that. Like, God is gonna, you know, God will show you stuff so quick,
Mm-hmm.
it will make your head spin. It'll
Mm-hmm.
make your head spin, like when you, because I'm a prayerful woman. I pray for stuff so much, and it 9 times out of 10 comes to me immediately. Like,
Mm-hmm.
an hour later, it's gonna show up, because it's gonna be like, okay, God, I asked you, I need to know this real quick, and here, boom. But it's like, that condition thing is driving me crazy right now, because I can't believe I didn't really wasn't paying attention to that part when he said
Yeah.
condition. Those are conditions. Come
Yeah.
on. Like, really, like, how can you love somebody with conditions? I don't want somebody who I've done that already, because that's just like being abusive, for real. That's mental abuse. It really is. It's mental abuse. If I say, if you say, okay, well, we're gonna go to this restaurant. No, I don't want. And the man say, I don't want to go to that restaurant because I got the money and I'm gonna pay. Da, da, da. Guess what? That's conditions.
Mm-hmm.
So you're sinking yourself down to listen to what he say because of the fact he got the money. Out of here.
Mm-hmm.
God made me too smart.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, that's what it all boils down to.
Somebody said, okay.
Yeah, nah, that's my guy MK. That's my
Okay.
guy MK, and
Yeah.
he agrees with us. No woman should be a man's responsibility.
Right. No. Absolutely
You
not.
understand what I'm saying? Me and him had a conversation about this last night, and he said, "Man, I deal with women who have their own money."
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? Like these are all like a woman who has her own money. She should not want another man to take care of her.
100%. Right.
All right. So what
Right.
this brother is doing, this brother is preying on women who want. His target market are women who deep inside want a man to take care of them.
Period. Yeah.
And that's a big market. And that's why my boy MK, he said that's why there's more baby showers than weddings.
Mhm. Okay. Wow. That hit it on the right there.
Yeah.
And that's I'm telling you because
Yeah.
I'm telling you.
It's more baby showers than weddings
Oh my
because
goodness.
they out here chasing money. They out
Right.
here they're chasing whatever man could give them the best financial opportunity.
Right. And it's like, no. Why not have your own money? Go to that man with his money and y'all get that money together.
Hmm.
That is the sexy part. That's a real woman. Let me tell you something. I don't care, man, what I don't care, woman, y'all get mad with me, whatever I don't say right now. But when a woman has their own money
Hmm.
and she finds a man with his money and you put that money together
Hmm.
and you can get that legacy going and then you
Hmm.
start get money together, yo, that's the
It's the best
I can't even
thing
that's
smoking. It's the best thing
speechless.
smoking.
That joke is
Yeah.
speechless right there. I can't even go on because it's like I don't. I just can't see me with someone who, yeah, no. Put amen, Arthur Lee. Yes, honey. Yes, 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 yes. I'm saying. It's just God gave me this wisdom and I used it. Let me explain something. I use my wisdom
Hmm.
because I prayed for it and he gave it to me. So I make sure that if I, no. Mm-mm.
Hmm.
But like I said, every woman has their own little belief. That's their little system. I get it. I get it. But my system is not get your own money.
Yeah.
So no man can direct you like he's your director and tell you what to do and when to do it and how to do it. Nah, wait good.
Yeah. Yeah. Because you might not see it in the beginning, but
It's gonna
it's coming around. It's coming around the corner. And you got to protect yourself. So another thing my daughter, she told me, and this is way after we even had this conversation. She was like, "Dad," she was like, "That's love bombing."
love
You,
bombing. Ah,
she said, "So love bombing is when someone overwhelms you with excessive affection, attention, gifts, or praise, usually early in a relationship,
mm,
with the hidden intention of gaining control, trust, or dependence."
for real. It's not crazy?
So, that's why I say, like, you got men like that who prey on women, right? So
Mhm.
they can gain control. So yeah, yeah. My daughter, she'll be 20 next month. She'll be 20 next month. You know what I'm saying? And thank you. Thank you. So you prey on women because you don't know you don't you people women don't run around with emotional labels on their sleeves saying, oh, they've been through this, they've been through that, you know they don't have a job, they have a job, they don't, this is what my financial situation is, whatever the case is, right? So that's how you
Manipulation
pray.
and narcissism.
Yeah, yeah, you put it out there, whoever comes back. Yes, and matter of fact, I give it to you even better. After you have a conversation with a woman and she tells you what her situation is, and if you just automatically lead with, oh yeah, I can buy you this, I can buy you
Mhm.
that, early in a relationship, If you wheel her back in, there goes the bait. You got her.
Exactly.
You got her.
Yep.
And
Exactly.
and like it says, this happens usually early in a relationship.
Exactly. But all us women have to do is stay strong,
Hidden
and men, because
hidden agendas,
right,
Harlem Mommy, you said it. Hidden agendas. They will fall right into the
yeah,
trap, Monica. Exactly.
yeah, they fall right into that trap, right into it. And it's like, what?
Mm-hmm.
I remember a while ago, um, when I
Mm.
first got married years ago, and my husband, because he had money, da da da, he said, "You don't have to work."
You supposed
I laughed.
hold on, Washonda. You're supposed to spin your chair around like Washonda. I mean, like Tasha K. Supposed to, he said you ain't gotta work. You're
I,
supposed to
I,
spin
I
your chair.
can't. I
Spin your
can't
chair
talk. I'm trying.
spin your chair.
I'm trying. Come on. Look here. Let me tell you. That's what I did when he said that. I was like, like
Yeah, 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 yeah.
I said, this was like, right. Listen, I said, I don't have to pray. I said, you got to be kidding me.
Okay.
I'm going to work until God says I need to stop
Facts,
working. Mama,
facts.
you know I'm crazy. I'm just telling it like it is.
Yeah,
I'm saying I don't give a flying fuck. I have had all the cars except yeah, everything I ever wanted in life. But I'm not because my people gave it to me.
yeah,
However, but I have my own money. I
yeah,
pay my own bills. I pay my own car note. I pay my own. Period.
yeah.
Period. I'm like, no, sir. I am not going to stop working. That is something that is not on my table. Not in this
And you got to be
lifetime.
a
I don't know.
smart. You have to be a very in certain type. You could all right. You have to have a certain type of intelligence
Right,
to know this. That like Miss making a change said, to know that that man has something up his sleeve. There
right.
has to be you must have a certain type of intelligence to know that. Like
Yeah,
yo,
they do.
something ain't right about this.
Listen, if I'm just think about it. That's narcissist. I'm telling you, like your cousin said, narcissists. That's what they do.
Yeah.
They know how to like. I'm gonna do this for you and do that for you. But me, oh, Tyler Perry's movie. Was that movie when that guy, she was dating a rich guy and he was living up in the
Mm-hmm.
penthouse and they were getting ready to get married. Honey, she thought about that thing like if she ended up not marrying him, but
Mm-hmm.
that man was a whole narcissist. And it was like you would have never guessed until, all that stuff started coming out. But it's like, guess what? He worked. She didn't. You
Mm-hmm.
open up, fall in the traps. You open up the table for them. You open up your, come on. Come on.
Mm. It's giving you want me stuck. Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-mm. I'm good at that. We're good on that, women. Stay strong.
Mm, mm, mm.
And men,
That's true.
man, y'all might fall in that trap too. Y'all better stay strong and act like because a woman is crazy. If a woman got mad guap and she said you ain't got to work, you better watch out.
Yeah. Yeah.
But nut,
Yo, something ain't right. I'm sorry. Something
oh,
ain't right. She's trying. This is a lineup.
you're right. You better watch out, man. I'm telling you, because I
This
know
is a
women.
lineup.
We be bugging.
Man, it should be genuine. You know what I mean? Like when a man knows what the woman's worth is, like when he takes the time to know what a woman's actual worth is,
Right,
he should genuinely want to put up different type of money to make his woman, because you know what makes your woman smile.
right,
You have to know what makes your woman smile.
right,
If paying your girlfriends, because we're not talking about wives yet, we're talking about girlfriend,
right.
right? If you pay, say, I'm gonna pay my girl's rent this month. You know what I'm saying? I know that's gonna make her smile.
Mhm.
Like, you understand what I'm saying? Or I'm gonna pay her cell bill this month, or I'm gonna pay her car note or her car insurance.
Right,
You understand
right,
what I'm saying? You do different things like that, because at the end of the day, you're doing things to make her smile,
right,
to make her happy.
right,
That's a different love language. You
right,
understand
right,
what I'm saying?
right.
So there's nothing wrong with that.
Right. It's
But
that's
it's like,
for me.
moreover, when you have to lead with that, when you have to lead with, you know, yeah, I pay your bills. Like,
Yeah.
I think it's more attractive, when a man first meets a woman, when they're talking about other things like, emotion, different type of, emotional things, spiritual,
Right.
just different topics that gets the woman's attention, right?
Right.
Whether it's children, past experiences, or whatever. Moreover, when it's leading with like finances, like, oh, I got this, I
Right.
got that, I can do this for you, like that should give you a red flag, like, yo, he could either be telling the truth and it lead down the wrong road, or this man could be lying and have you stuck.
Right. Right. Exactly. What that's so true. What was that? What's that?
Just
Just
like a
like a
woman
woman
knows
knows.
what makes a man happy, but most women don't care, just thinking about themselves.
Right.
Women don't want no woman just laying around. Only men with insecurities. Yeah, you don't want that. You don't want me just want them. Nah, nah, nah. That right there is not attractive.
No.
That's not sexy.
No. What?
There's nothing. There's nothing sexy about that. I'm sorry.
No, working together is that's just the ultimate. Working together is so dope. Like it's so amazing.
Hmm.
I mean, like I said, certain bills I feel like are certain people's. Because I just feel like, okay, if I'm your wife and I'm your fiance, I'm your girlfriend, and we're living together, yeah, at first, yeah, we're gonna pay the rent together. But then the man, yeah,
You're
you
gonna you're
might pay the
gonna
majority.
you're gonna want to take a bigger part of a bigger load.
You
You a larger
know
load.
what
I
I'm
mean,
gonna do.
yeah. I mean, I just think that's just nature.
Yeah, that's just nature. That's just nature. A man would be like, I got the mortgage,
It's just
baby.
nature.
Go ahead and do the electricity, the gas, the phone, the cable. Da,
It's
da, da, da. I know a lot of women who does
it's
that, and that's so
nature.
dope. But
It's
when you
nature.
got that business, my thing is when you have a business together and you see that money come in, you don't. That's when it's just like the ultimate. I'm gonna love you forever because this is so. We're doing this together. And a lot of couples don't do that together though.
Hmm.
But the successful ones do it together and watch what happens in your relationship.
Hmm.
Do it with your man. Get that money with him. Build that career with him. I mean, build your thing, your business businesses with him. Watch what happens. It's so beautiful because I see
Hmm.
it happen. I see it happen. Like a lot of times, I don't know. I just say like I know this one girl who she has a business with her husband. They are best friends, and I love watching them. So I'm like, you
Hmm.
are so dope. Like this is so cute. Like, but I've seen them down here, right? They coming up. Because guess what? It's a team. They
Team
doing it
effort.
together. They doing it together. And I'm like, your household probably dope. I know y'all go home and just laugh and talk about y'all day. Like, we made this. Just like Egypt and her husband, who's on the show, the house show. They down here in Atlanta. They're
Hmm.
so dope. They're so dope. Oh my goodness, so dope. Because they doing it together. He's a contractor, she's a designer. They put their thing together and boom,
Hmm.
do it. So, but on that note, I know it's getting late, but I'm not closing. This is what I'm gonna say. Ladies, stay strong. Okay?
Hmm.
Even if a man has that money, that's amazing if he wants to pay your bills. But guess what? Make sure you have your own money too. So just because he falls, you got him. You got him.
You gotta
Okay?
be that. Gotta be that backbone, like
Yeah,
like mommy said. The rib. You know,
right. Yeah,
be
right.
like what did she say?
She said, well,
The man,
uh,
the woman is the man's rib, right?
right. And that's so true. It's like, come on, like, no, I mean, know that, and just like stick by that. Like, don't lose yourself in that little rat race. Don't lose yourself. Don't. I know we mommies and we have to stay home sometime and we gotta take care of the babies. That's all good. But while you're home, like um Ari said on here, I know who you are on here. Like you said, make your money on that computer if you got to stay home. Make that money on that. Come on, make that money on that computer. But guess what? You making it. You doing it. You know, you're not relying on a man 100%. And that's all good. And that's any woman, real talk. And if you are, come on. Know that man's kind of sort of have that little narcissist with him. I'm telling you, it's going to come out at the end. It will come out. But stay strong, woman. No man is our provider. It's God who's our provider.
Yeah.
And I say that all day long. He's my provider. I may have a husband, I may have a boyfriend, may have a fiance, whatever it is the case. But I'm never going to let a man think that, you provide for me. No, you do not provide for me. My God, I know many, I probably drive
Yeah.
me crazy, but I don't care. My God is my provider. Period.
Yeah.
Period. Point blank. That man, I say anything, you best believe I'm going to get it because I trust him. And that's on period. That's what my daughter say. That's on period.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
But Monty, what's your take? Who?
What's that? Woman have
No,
what? Yes, while you're home, make your money while I said stay home mom and still run. Yeah, but listen, running a six-figure business online, yes.
right,
Yes.
exactly.
That's 100 right
Exactly.
there.
Exactly.
Uh this is crazy. This is crazy. You know, I really I like that we're able to just give this information, you know, and share it with the people, and that there's women out there that actually feel like, listen, I don't want no man. If a man wants to do that, that's okay.
Kudos.
But that should not be the bar.
Yeah.
That shouldn't be like, he should not have to meet this bar when you meet him.
Right.
You know, because he can easily flip the script. He's controlling you now. Now you're in a situation where it's like, yo, I don't have anything because he told me I don't have to work. He told me I don't have to do
Right.
this or whatever the case is. Always put yourself in a situation where you have your own, because
Exactly.
if not, then if this man decides to leave you, we've seen it on plenty of movies where the man leaves
Right.
and the woman don't have anything or whatever the case is. Got to be aware of these messages people are putting out here in social media. You understand what I'm saying? You got to be aware of these messages because they're
Yeah.
trying to set people up, you know, for a downfall. You
Exactly.
know,
Yeah. Period.
that's just a lineup for a downfall. You
Mhm.
know, and I just, you know, want my platform to you know, to build that awareness, like, you
Right.
know, a message to put out there. And thank you for sending me that video. You know what I'm
Oh,
saying?
for
Because I
sure.
felt like I saw it before, and I just scrolled past it. But thank you for sending it to me, and I took the time to, you know, to do a little research on it. You know, ask the people close to me about it. You know, because, you know, this it's crazy.
Yeah,
It's crazy. I
real
teach my
talk.
moms how to get to the bag as well, so they won't feel like that. Yeah, yeah, get to the bag, get to the bag. You know, and it's crazy because there's men out there who are with one, like, say, look at Rihanna and ASAP Rocky, right? She is a billionaire,
Right.
and he might not have as much money as her. Moreover, they have a connection. They have an emotional connection.
Right.
They have a bond that's worth more than how much money he has. Because
Exactly.
there's a lot of women out there that's like, oh, I don't know why she's, you know, they might try to downplay their relationship because she makes more than him.
Right.
But they have a love for each other. You understand what I'm saying?
Exactly.
They got the kids, they got all these kids and stuff like that. So this is not, that's not a conditional relationship.
It's not at all. Oh, you can tell
That's way
that relationship.
past a conditional
Right.
relationship.
Right. Right. That's
You understand
beautiful.
what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Like, you
Yeah.
know, when she wants to buy this big gigantic house that billionaires buy, there's no, oh, Rihanna owns this house or whatever the case is. That's,
Right.
you know, you go as a couple, you
Right.
go as one, you
Right.
know, but he still makes money. What's the problem? Yeah. Exactly. And he's still exactly. And that's a great point. ASAP, he still has some stream of
Income.
money, of
Yeah,
funds.
for sure.
You understand what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Just because he's put in a situation where his wife makes more than him, he's not one of those dudes that's like, yo, all right, you know what? I ain't
Right.
got to do nothing. I ain't got to go out here and
Right.
get
He
on
ain't saying
GQ or
that.
model or make music. he still has a hustler's mentality.
Exactly.
You
He
feel me?
said that.
So if a man is making a certain amount of money to take care of his woman, the woman should still be like, yo, I'm gonna still go out here and and hustle in some shape, form, or fashion.
Yeah,
He may have money. People don't know about that. He may not be able to teach. Yeah,
right.
yeah.
Exactly.
To touch.
No
Okay.
touch. Right. Exactly. But y'all,
Yo,
I have,
you about
this
to
has
jump
been,
off?
yes, because this has been an amazing conversation, but I got to cook because I'm hungry.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah, I'm about to chef son up myself. I ain't gonna hold you. I'm about to make me some turkey burgers
Oh,
real quick. You
oh, that's
understand what I'm
right. Stay
saying?
with the
I'm
turkey,
about
though. No beef. No,
yeah, with the brioche bread and all of that. You know what I'm saying?
send me some to later.
Word up, word up. You know what I'm saying? But listen, I'm glad we was able to have this conversation.
Right. But
You know, Lord knows.
that's all. I know Harlem Mama said she missed us and all that good stuff when she first came on and making money, making a change with Ari. Well, I know that she said the same thing. So we back on Fridays, y'all.
Good live, y'all. Yes. Great talk. Yes. I like how
Yes.
you said making money with Jean. That might be one of her next IGs because she over
Uh,
there getting all that money
oh,
from
from
home.
right? Yeah, so yeah, y'all go follow her too. Go
Yeah, I
follow her,
would
y'all.
listen. You know what? And I'm glad she came on. Yeah, she's gonna change her name. See, making money. Listen, if I don't know if I'm saying is it Jean or Jean? You know, I don't know, but I'll figure that out one day, or we'll figure it out. But Miss Making a Change, we would love to have you on with us one evening. You know, because what you said is very important about how you're able to stay at home, take care of your children, and still be able to run a online business.
Right.
So I would love to have you on one time and okay. All right, cool. Build with
Bill
Ari.
with
Okay.
Ari.
Okay. So yes, I would definitely love to have you on so we can definitely chop it up.
For sure, for
Yeah,
sure.
I think that'd be cool. That'd be
Yeah,
cool.
next Friday, whatever we talk about, make sure you get on there, making money with Ari, making changes with Ari. So that way,
Yeah.
what we talking about, you can, tell what you do.
Yes.
What you do.
Yes, how you do it,
Mhm.
and just because you staying at home don't mean you can't get to that bag.
Right, can you sure can.
You
I'm
feel
with
me?
you. So yeah.
Word. But listen.
But I don't
If y'all haven't,
everybody,
yeah. Good
you know,
night, y'all.
I love you and I love you and you can't do anything about it. You have to try and put my guy first.
Yes, yes. Always gotta put God first, for sure, for sure. And make sure if y'all haven't subscribed to the YouTube channel,
For
make sure
sure.
y'all go and subscribe to the YouTube channel. The channel's growing, and we're gonna be doing some really, really big things this
For
summer.
sure.
All right, y'all.
And,
So
and,
thanks again with Shonda. Hmm?
Monty and I, we're gonna get together soon. He gonna come to Atlanta.
Oh
We're
yeah,
gonna do our thing. We're gonna set up. Remember we talked about that. It's gonna be
yeah,
dope. So we
yeah,
listen,
yeah,
listen. We back. Like I said, life was life, and we had to do some things on our own for a second. We
yeah,
back. So follow
yeah,
us, y'all. Come
yeah,
on.
yeah. We ain't gonna leave y'all hanging like that for
No,
shizzle, for
we
sure.
got too much wisdom between us two.
Okay. Wow, I'm glad I said it. I told her. Okay. Yes. So definitely subscribe. All
Yes,
right.
please subscribe to his
Cool.
channel. Okay, love
Love
y'all.
you.
I'll talk y'all
Love you
later.
too, sis. Talk to
Happy.
y'all later.
Okay, babe. Have a good one.